A little while ago, I did a sort of overview of Allegiance Arts titles that I had managed to read, which Allegiance Arts was born out of Mitch Brettweiser's Red Rooster campaign and whatnot. And then he, of course, it was delayed a long time, but he was busy setting up Allegiance Arts and most notably to get it into Walmart stores. And it took a while for that to get there, too. It took a while for me to find it the way my Walmart was placing it here, there, and everywhere. And finally, there's a good enough little display there for them. So I was checking in on it a while back, and lo and behold, there was the third issue of Bass Reeves, which is, I guess, yeah, not guess. It really is my favorite of the books they've done. The books are all beautiful. The art is excellent, and in some ways, from the Futurists and, of course, a Red Rooster, the art's a bit superior to what's in Bass Reeves. Bass Reeves has this more cartoon-like look to it, but it's still very good, and the art's good for it, and because it's a very serious and rather tragic story that unfolds in this story about a man who really existed, and it's kind of a shame there isn't more about this guy who apparently was the inspiration for the Lone Ranger, but his own story is pretty powerful in and of itself. And so, I praised it and everything in that initial take on the other titles and whatnot. And so I came upon it. I finally got an issue of Nora Saga as well. And but I only got the third issue on that one. So I'll try to catch up on that one for a later video. But Bass Reeves it continues to be absolutely excellent. And it is getting into the ultimate tragedy for the man concerning his son. And the elements and stage is being set in the third issue about where that's going to end up. And but there's but it is a comic book take on it, and there is very much a supervillain, if you will, to go up against Bass Reeves' superhero, And I know the basics of Bass Reeves' story beyond depth. How much of this is artistic license and how much of it is based in reality and whatnot. It looks like he's got himself a partner, very much like Lone Ranger, and they become friends after fighting one another. And now the business of this does happen. It happens between men. I don't know about women, but it's like they meet in a fight, and after the results have some sort of respect for one another and end up becoming friends. This does happen, and I don't know if that's what the deal was for the actual Bass Reeves, but it does happen here in the Bass Reeves comic book series. So it's all very good stuff, and it is available on a store shelf in Walmart, so you can go there, or you can go to the Allegiance Arts site, I believe, and order yourself a copy there. There's a lot of the excitement for comics is, well, manga mostly, but the indie projects are doing very well, and Indiegogo has rose to prominence in providing these. But the thing of it is that you got to get in on that campaign, and then if they do another one, and they might add a tier where you can get the previous book along with the new one and stuff like that, and so you can catch up on it and all that. But it's just at least with Allegiance Arts, they did this where you do have this opportunity of picking up at a store, which was supposed to be the deal for a certain YouTuber and his comics, but then somebody had to step in and thwart that. But it led to all of this, and so that's the thing. But the drawback is sometimes it's hard to get a hold of these things, and then they become very expensive on eBay and stuff. So, you're thinking about getting some of these, you might want to pick up a few more copies so that, you can sell your extra copies on eBay to people who missed out on the campaign and stuff. But that's the cool thing about Allegiance Arts. So I've long since, I never really complained or criticized. I thought it took too long for Red Rooster to come out, but I understood what they were trying to do, and it does provide this cool element to it, and I hope it remains successful. So certainly back their campaigns and whatnot, but also, I mean, like there's a book that you pursue, like I pursued Red Rooster. I didn't really know much about the others and that sort of thing, but I have this ability to still support them because I'm buying the books through Walmart, and if people do buy them there, then it's going to be a substantial, it'll a sustainable model going forward, that Walmart's going to notice that. So Bass Reeves right now, they got a new one called The Saints. It looks cool. I backed it, so I'll be getting that one too, but it should be available at Walmart when it's released and all that. That it looks cool. It's kind of the giving me vibes from The Futurists and that sort of thing, but it's a very different story. But Bass Reeves so far going forward is the absolute best that's been produced here. They're all good. They're all cool. They're all interesting, fascinating to look at, and all that. But just there's a power to Bass Reeves, and of course, it's based on a true story. There's that and that sort of thing. But it's really, really good, and don't hear enough about it. So putting in my all right, pretty meaningless 2 cents here because I'm nobody. But hey, someone's got to do it. So. So if you haven't checked it out, go to Walmart. I mean, I don't know how many back issues would be there. But then again, there is the Allegiance Arts site, so I think you can catch up there and check out Bass Reeves. It's a good. There is adventure in it. It's not just the whole tragic story, but it's just a very. It's a good Western. And so there's a lot of good elements there, and you'll be treating yourself to check out Bass Reeves, available at your local Walmart today, or of course the Allegiance Arts site. So do yourself a solid and check out Bass Reeves. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.